We have two new cases for the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch iPad Pro from Laut. This is the Prestige Folio and this is the In-Flight Folio. Now, I don't know about you, but I am a fan of switching up my case on the iPad Pro. It really just depends on what kind of context I find myself in and what I'm doing at that moment, and these two cases are a good example. Now, just so you and I are on the same page, Laut sent me out these two cases for free after I reached out to them. That means this isn't a paid or sponsored video from Laut, and I'm sharing my thoughts after unboxing and using these cases for the last 2 weeks. All that said, I am partnering with Laut to give away 2 of these cases, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video to find out how to enter and win. Now, let's get started. What is going on, everybody? It is Mike. Welcome back to Tech 24/7 TV. If you like product review videos just like this one, make sure you are subscribed with notifications to be alerted when that new content drops. We have 2 new cases that we are checking out today, both from Laut. This is the Prestige Folio here, and this is the In-Flight Folio. First up is the Prestige Folio, which is available for the 11-inch and the 12.9-inch iPad Pro for a penny under $50. It's going to come in 2 colors. The first is going to be this indigo color that you see here. It's going to have black accents along the TPU rubber, and the second is black on black. Now, the front and back of the case is going to be this textured TPU rubber, which sounds kind of good when you scratch it. I don't know, I just like doing things like that. What makes the Prestige Folio unique is that it has 2 different places to go ahead and store your Apple Pencil. The first is located at the top of the case where you can wirelessly charge the Apple Pencil through the case. The second location is right below the display, and it's something that I found myself using to store my Apple Pencil while it was transit, from going from one room to the other because we're all under lockdown. The case can be used in 2 different viewing positions, and the case has magnets built into the front flap to auto wake and sleep the iPad screen. Here on the left is going to be all soft touch fabric, and on the right it's going to be molded plastic that's going to be honeycomb shaped. Now here's the second location for your Apple Pencil that's used for storage and transport. Here's the cutout for the camera. Now if you know me, you know I love some tactile buttons, and the volume rocker appears to have good tactility to it. Here's the first location to charge your Apple Pencil. You'll find the 4 speaker cutouts as well as the microphone along the sides. Now, it's interesting to note that the cutout for the charging port is oversized. Now, I tested a number of different first and third party USB-C accessories, and I didn't have any trouble with these accessories, plugging them in or having them come out very easily. Now, let's flip to the back of the case. Again, here's the cutout for the camera, which you see it's designed for the 2020 iPad Pro with that dual camera array, but it will also go ahead and fit the 2018, it'll just be oversized. The tablet has 2 different modes or contexts that it can be used in. First, it's the standard view mode that comes in around 75 degrees. I would say this is really going to work well for FaceTiming, watching movies, and such. Now, the front cover is tucked under the bottom of the case, enabling you to dial in the viewing angle for maybe an extra 8 or 10 degrees. Additionally, you can tuck the front cover in under the flap to get a non-adjustable viewing angle, and you'll get the benefit of hiding the flap if you find yourself in a tight space like an airplane tray table, but let's be honest, no one's really flying anytime soon. Second, there is a type mode that can be used while you're taking notes on the iPad Pro, tapping on the glass keyboard, or maybe just drawing in an app like Marvel Color Your Own. Along the bottom is a cutout where the Apple Pencil can be stored during transport, and if you flip the case over around, there's going to be a cutout in the back to go and poke your finger through and get easy access to your pencil. Now, additionally, there's going to be a cutout here near the top where you can go ahead and place the pencil in, tip down, if you were using it to maybe draw. Now, in case you're interested, I will have links to this wallpaper and all the other wallpapers I use in my videos down in the description below. Since I'm someone who typically changes my case at least once a day, yeah, I know I have a problem, it's important for me that the case can be removed pretty easily, and now this case does come off easily, which is good to know. Now, there are 2 key things to keep in mind if you're considering this case. First, I would say that this case is perfect for someone who's looking for all-around kind of 360 protection, because this case does, in fact, protect the sides of the case. Many cases that you find on the market don't. Now, second, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, the case is soft-sided and the case is easy to take off. Now, let's take a look at the next case, because this is actually what I was really interested in. This is the In-Flight Folio, and it comes in the same color combination as the Prestige, and it costs $44.99. The material on the In-Flight is going to be canvas-like instead of being TPU, which is found on the Prestige Folio. Now, right off the bat, there are a few key differences to note. First, obviously, the In-Flight Folio is going to be a more minimalist case, and it doesn't offer the same 360 or all-encompassing protection that you see on the Prestige case. Now, outside of the 4 corners where the iPad snaps into place, the other parts of the iPad are completely visible and exposed. Second, the back case is actually made of a hard plastic compared to a TPU rubber, which you may or may not like. The iPad is easily inserted into the case, and as you can see here, the sides are going to be exposed. Now, personally speaking, I like this case a little bit more than the first case based on my own needs. The Apple Pencil is going to fit here, and of course, it still wirelessly charges, and the case has the same viewing contexts. Now, when the In-Flight is in the viewing context, the Apple Pencil sits securely at the top. However, I really didn't find a dedicated location to store the Apple Pencil when I changed it over to the type context. There is this little lip at the top when you're in the type context, but I didn't really feel like the pencil was secure. Like the first case, the in-flight folio can automatically sleep or wake your iPad Pro because there is a magnet in the front cover. Now, if you are looking for something with a little bit more drop protection, I would say definitely the Prestige Folio is going to be a better fit than the in-flight. Now, I like aspects of each of these cases kind of independently, but a little bit differently. On the Prestige Folio, I like the soft-sided honeycomb inlay on the back panel for a little bit more drop protection for my iPad. On the in-flight, I really appreciate the minimal design with the open sides as well as the fabric cover. Now, ideally, I would really like to see some way to go ahead and secure or fashion this front cover, the front flap, to the iPad itself. Not that the magnet isn't really strong enough, but I really imagine a future where I'm allowed to go ahead and leave my house because we're not under some crazy zombie apocalypse lockdown restrictions. And when I put either one of these cases in my, my everyday carry bag, I really want to minimize the chance of the screen coming away from the body of the iPad and my screen getting accidentally damaged. That to me would be a big bummer. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I've partnered with Loud and 2 lucky people are going to win their choice of one of these cases. Now to enter the giveaway, first drop a comment down below telling me which one of these cases that you would rather have for your iPad Pro. Also, make sure you include your Instagram handle or your Twitter handle so I can contact you if you do go ahead and win. And second, make sure that you are following Loud on Instagram. Now, while it's certainly not required, I sincerely appreciate if you could like and share this video with someone who would benefit from it. Now, the giveaway is open globally, so don't be shy, and the winner will be randomly selected in 2 weeks on July 12th. Now, I am Mike, this is Tech 24/7 TV. Stay safe out there.